Okay, this one is called Dead Man Walking. Targeted individuals, people, processing technology. I'll start off by saying that these are alleged claims I bring towards these individuals that are mentioned in this statement, but I've been currently going through a hell-type experience that's been holding my body captive for over 3.5 years. Also, please excuse me if this statement is a bit jumbled up, as I'm so heavily mentally blocked it's getting hard to concentrate on the continuity of my writing. I just want to get it out there, as I'm noticing there's quite a lot of people actually going through this. Please use your own discernment and initiative, as I may not be 100% right with the facts, as I'm still exploring explanations to what I am experiencing at this current time. I believe I've been drawn in as a Trojan horse into this Helm situation to help expose it, along with Tom York, as he has been held captive by it for many years, along with many other musicians that are in the industry and so on, and other professional industries. I believe I am a prophetess, as the Lord as God has given me clues, affirmations and spiritual drops in relation to what I am going through. I also believe I am from an ancient bloodline that has a virtuous streak, but I'm still yet to discover the details about it, and it's like related to Turberfields and D'Urberville, as my family has researched. They knew a lot more about it than what I did. I've been dropped and led to a lot of information over the course of many years that leads to the New World Order, Illuminated Ones, Illuminati, Masons, who I believe are behind the atrocities that I'm experiencing. From what I understand, with the people that I am led to, believe are trapped in this upper consciousness, which is a place where they somehow capture your frequency, from what I am assuming. I've kind of like come away from the sorcery idea now, and because it's like a always on, too consistent kind of thing, so I've just like defaulted it to technology, and the people that are experiencing the same things I am, voice to school technology and stuff fits perfectly with what I'm going through. I assume this due to what I've discovered from the targeted individual information I have found online, and it also relates to the voice to school V2K direct energy weapon, where they put you in a mental concentration camp, which feels like your head cannot wander from your handler, that individual that attaches them to your body and starts giving you orders out. And the seniors in this camp, who I am alleging run, are George Soros, amongst maybe Rothschilds, but I haven't been aware that they're there. But I know they're interconnected. Although I'm not aware of them yet, my handler Jeremy Chatsky and Julia Greenberg are from Jewish descent, and many of the gang stalkers that have tortured me using voice to school technology are Jewish too. These people have got higher positions in the helm, like where they're actually giving out orders, and usually the other people that are like mixed descent are like devil's advocates on average. But I haven't experienced anyone Jewish that's higher up, that's like anti-Semitic Jewish, that worship the devil, not to be mixed up with the Orthodox, God-fearing people that they've oppressed. But these people are Satan worshippers and are not God-fearing, and from what God has dropped me, they are either from a satanic bloodline or controlled by a satanic bloodline of Jews. I am linking the two together due to the drops I have been getting. Then there are other gang stalkers who play devil's advocate and are considered middle ground slaves, who may be in the billionaire region, who are some of the world's great influencers. These people are musicians, entertainment industry, scientists, government, from educational establishment, courts, to works to lower commissioners of any official doctors, teachers and so on, and also public facing services that have any clout over our lives. I'm not sure if the police are commissioners, probably are, but they're like the ultimate lower end that are just above us, along with the army. I don't know if they're captured in this to be controlled. I don't know. These people who do not wish to engage in high and demonic activities play devil's advocate as gang stalker for the handler. These people who insult you and tear you down may administer some sort of helm influenced sorcery, or like can actually induce pain on you as well. Maybe the high-end devil worshippers are the devil's own, and by devil's advocate, the gang stalker, I mean people who do what their handlers want them to do, which could mean layer caking with another person on their, what I believe to be their broadcast, which consists of having multiple frequencies of spirits inside your body, which you can feel moving around. We all have our bodies interfered with, as I have felt multiple people come inside me and males get wanked off, as like the men and women that are layer caked with each other, with or against their will. And as I say, go on to talk about, I think they capture you by your nervous system, something to do with satellites or 5G or some technology. As I say, V2K, voice to skull is the only closest thing. Gang stalkers can use various methods to make you submit to your handler's requests. They can like virtually shoot you, slew your legs, drill your body, cut your head off, blow you up, blow you all, throw you all around, feel like you're like falling from something, mess with your eyes. Whatever torture the handler deems fit, they will carry out. They are also some nicer gang stalkers, devil's advocates, who do not want to play the game, but they end up having to because they will get hurt themselves by the other gang stalkers. Most are encouraged to speak about your situation, which can include insults or help depending on them and whatever is being the situation is, or whatever they're witnessing. And as I say, that they can actually have access to your world, like your handlers, like they can read your brain waves and stuff like that. I don't know if they can actually see your world, all the gang stalkers, but I know your handler definitely can. And some of the gang stalkers who have also stopped playing devil's advocate, just like Tom, are not participating in their handler's instructions, and they are being physically punished like me through the nervous system. Some of the previous gang stalkers are also protecting me, especially from when I'm obtaining cash. As I say, that I've had a lot of interference, with electronic devices, with them switching off mysteriously or doing fatal exceptions, not being able to get to my cash. Some of the previous gang stalkers are also, as I say, is protecting me from that, and like stuff being flying off the walls and stuff like that. Like I was hit with one of my dolls in the back. So I don't know if there's some sort of sorcery or some sort of energy thing that can do with this. I don't know. I'm still finding out about that, how that can actually affect the physical world. Research. I believe now, after extensive research, that I have been suffering electronic harassment by what I believe is a cabal of satanic affiliated people using their combination of satellite and 5G, or some sort of similar earthly kit, as God dropped that phrase to me. I believe that somehow these people that are capturing people by this brain to interface weapon, or voice to skull, direct energy weapon, people processing technology, somehow are capturing your nervous system, maybe by your skull, pineal gland, vagus nerve centre, so, and they can actually like feel what you feel as well, and they can like have the power to like move your hands or your head, suddenly, or you can feel them pushing you, It's one hell of a sophisticated technology, and I'm just wondering. I've been doing research, going into like Jewish lines, and they were like alchemists and stuff, like the first kind of science and planetary people that like studied that, and plus their knowledge of like sorcery and stuff like that. Like the sort of drops I'm getting on my channel, which I believe could be threaded through this. There's a demonic line of Jewish seed, which are definitely different to the God-fearing Jews, who are completely opposite spectrum and have been victimised by this Jewish seed bloodline, from what I understand. At first I thought it was sorcery and some sort of spiritual hold, but now, having experienced it for quite a while, it's always on the torture and voices from the gang stalkers. Always on torture and voices from the gang stalkers. As I say, like, it differentiates with witchcraft and sorcery, from what I believe, because like they're like bursts of something happening to you, and usually changes, but this is like always on. Like the handler is always yaddering all day long in your head, and you're always getting like a consistent amount of torture all day long. But I believe that there is still some of an element of sorcery or some link to an astral plane, as I have been hit, as I say, with an object. My electric meter has been hit and switched on. I have had interference with my Apple computer doing strange things. My slider switched off on my iPad multiple times whilst I've been using it. Cash machine to say refusing cash. My mobile phone alarm not going off. My heater being switched on to full, and my tap running water. And the fact of an evening, I can feel them simulating cutting up my chest organs, them using me as a sacrifice, coming inside of me. As I say, these are feelings, like it's a simulated feeling of something they can do to your brain. An awful demonic heat where multiple hearts are thumping hard inside me, and this is layered over my body, which I am keeping as calm as I can and holding on to God's truth and stuff. Though I walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil. Over the past couple of years, it's got worse and worse. I refuse to play along with the handler's instructions, where I've had a gradual head blocking where I feel little now emotionally. The only emotion I feel is the synthetic emotion of guilt, horror, mild terror, scared feelings, feeling sick, intimidation, and from what I understand, I can actually feel emotions of other gang stalkers in the helm, and also Tom's feelings. I can feel his feelings, and sometimes I can feel my handlers, and I know that I'm keeping as emotionally neutral as possible as I take strength from the Bible. The handlers play mental games where you can be helmed and unhelmed, which is being helmed, which is a pressure applied to your head and or blocking, and one of the gang stalkers will either unrealm you, temporarily get unpressured, depending on their view of your behaviour, and if you don't play by the handler's instructions, the pressure on your body gets worse and worse each day. Another game is you can mentally shoot and target in your brain using your pineal gland, squeezing it down to make them fly across the helm, your conscious container. That's usually when you like get fed up and you feel like right hate towards them, because you know that they're like hurting you in this, and that usually unrealms you, which you get a temporary relief. But I just think it's a mental game they play to drive you mad. But now the blocking is that bad, I can't really unhelm myself at all, and the presence of other gang stalkers are distanced, along with whom I am to believe is Tom York, but I feel him getting punished still by being thrown around for doing the same as me. So he's not actually part of the gang stalkers now, he's actually another victim like me that's getting punished. The operators, my handler, alleged Jeremy Chatsky. Some people talk about in the targeted individual groups, about the handlers who broadcast this torture to their victim, that they wear headsets. But logic has it, if they took me and locked onto my skull or whatever frequency, they must be wireless too. As I say, I just think it must lock to your skull somewhere. Some people go on about online addresses. I don't know. Does that mean that I don't know. Something coming to my head about iPads or computers affecting your brain, might have put something into your brain for it to lock onto. I don't know. That's a silly theory, but it just popped out of nowhere.